What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Traveling Earner. Today I'm going to talk about online surveys and how much money I made last month doing some. Get ready. Finally back to some warmer weather in the Northeast. Absolutely loving this. Online surveys. You may have heard a lot about this stuff. I use a couple of apps and websites that I pretty much go to. They're very easy to use. They do take up a little bit of time. So usually I'll do them on weekends, or if I got nothing else to do, maybe if I'm just sitting down eating dinner or eating lunch on my lunch break, I'll take some extra time and I'll just answer a couple surveys online. Most of the surveys that I have been doing primarily focus on electronics, stores that you recently visited, whether you use debit or credit cards, and making some purchases, whether online or in store. Some are about TV shows that you may have watched, or movies, upcoming trailers to movies, whether you're giving feedback based on how that trailer is going to look. I can't go into specifics, but there was one about a streaming service. They're releasing a movie pretty soon, and they showed me the trailer that they plan on releasing in the next month or so, but they want some feedback as to whether you like that trailer, what stood out, what didn't stand out, what could have been better, whether there was enough action or drama, and so on and so forth. There's a bunch of these things online. You can find them if you just Google search online surveys. Some of the apps that I use, I like to use Swagbucks. That's an interesting one. What you can do with that app is any online purchases that you make, you use the web search function that is within swagbucks.com, and any purchase price that you make, you get a certain amount of points back in your account. So hypothetically, if you're going to buy something on Amazon, you know that you're going to buy something on Amazon, instead of going to amazon.com first to search for it, you go to Swagbucks, type in the search field of the item that you want, and when you make that purchase, a certain percentage of that purchase price goes back into your Swagbucks account. And then what happens is, after a certain value point, you'll be able to withdraw that in the form of cash, PayPal payout, gift cards, etc. Most of the time, this is what happens with online surveys. So you'll have to do a couple surveys, get to a certain value in monetary funds, and then you'll be able to withdraw them. And each survey, each platform has their own form of withdrawal. A lot of them will use gift cards, whether they're movie gift cards, prepaid gift cards. I like to find the ones that will give out PayPal cash or give you a prepaid card with no service fees. So generally look out for those. You can find them in the terms and service. It's not really hard to figure out. One other one that I've been using a lot often is YouGov. So most of those are governmental surveys. Whether surveys like the ones on YouGov go towards those political polls that you'll see every so often cited in statistics and on the news companies, when they say like of certain percentage of polled voters say this. Well, that a lot of that data comes from the online surveys that you would do on this website. So it's interesting to see where it's coming from. It's actually pretty cool to see firsthand. And hey, I was part of that number. A big one that I like, it's a staple app that I use all the time. It doesn't net a lot of profit, but it's very easy to use and it's very quick. It's Google Surveys. It's an app. It primarily uses your location to pull from when you go to certain stores. I noticed, because if I go to like a CVS or a Best Buy, I noticed I'll get the notification that a new survey pops up. What happens is you get usually one survey a day, and that's pushing it, because sometimes you don't get one for a couple days. But every time you reach a $2 minimum in your account, it automatically pays you through PayPal. And what I like about it is there's only 3 questions. It asks you all the time whether, hey, from this list of stores, where have you visited recently, in the last day, in the last week, month, or longer than a month. And then it asks you, hey, did you make this purchase or it asks you rather, did you make a purchase with your debit card, credit card, or did you just enter and not purchase anything? And sometimes those surveys come up and I didn't visit any of those locations. So when there's an option that says I didn't visit any of these, and you still get paid out anyway. So usually it's anywhere between 10 and 56 cents was the highest one I've ever gotten. And like I said, you do these a couple times, and once it reaches $2, it automatically pays out into your PayPal account. So it's actually really, really, really easy. Some of the other surveys that you'll take, you get 10 cents and it takes you half an hour to complete, 40 questions, and it's just it's a hassle, and then it's not worth it sometimes. Google surveys though, that's where it's at. Get that app right now, start doing surveys, and you can make sometimes $10 a month. Maybe some months you only make $2, but hey, it's still $2 extra in your pocket. One of the better websites that performed for me last month in January was Survey Junkies. So it's surveyjunkies.com. You make an account, set up with your PayPal and your bank account, whatever you want to do, and you have to meet a $10 minimum, which is pretty easy. I met that within the first, I'd say, 2 weeks, maybe. They give you a pretty big bonus to start off with, and it's easy to make your first $3. So it's not hard to actually get that $10 goal. I think in the end of the month, obviously I started halfway through January, I made $14, so I was able to cash out, and that went towards my profits. So that was last month. When you'll remember in my last video, I was talking about my monthly recap, where some of the other things helped boost me up so that I didn't fall into a negative even more so than I did. That was because of those apps, GigWalk, and because of surveys. So I did a couple surveys worth $14 plus the Google surveys. I made a couple bucks from. So all in all, it helped. It helped safeguard my negative, so to speak. Try it out, guys. It's not a bad idea. Surveys are easy to do. Like I said, you're not going to qualify for all of them, but you'll still most of the time get residual points just for attempting. And yeah, I mean, anything to make a couple quick bucks, right? So try this. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you like this video, if you like this content, please subscribe. Like that video down below. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you next time.